All right, and now we're going to talk about what the details are about week 3 and what we're going to be expected to learn there. So, here in week 3, as I mentioned previously in the bridge video, we're going to go into greater detail now of gene expression or protein synthesis. So, again, genes need to now become functional and produce a phenotype or cause something to happen. So, we're going to understand protein synthesis in greater detail. So, you will need to understand how DNA gets transcribed into RNA, and that's usually into messenger RNA first. Then that messenger RNA gets translated into proteins or a polypeptide or a polypeptide chain of amino acids. So, linking that all together and understanding the key enzymes and how that works is going to be definitely crucial because as we dive further into the research now from week 4 onwards, we're always going to need to revert back to these basic understandings of protein synthesis a lot of times because that's where regulation occurs and where a lot of the latest medical interventions are happening. So, we're going to explore ways that gene expression gets regulated. Um, this is necessary to understand that these regulations do naturally occur, but by understanding how they work, so we're talk about things like chromatin remodeling, um, DNA methylation, and a thing called micro RNAs as well, and how they can turn on or off gene expression. And like I said, sometimes this is naturally occurring. This could be a defense mechanism for, say, tumor suppressor genes. So, a foreign body or some type of infection or environmental factor is affecting an organism or us as a human. We have the ability naturally to combat that possible infection by either turning on or off certain genes to either fight that disease or to potentially turn off a gene from being expressed or being overly expressed, which sometimes can be the case with cancers. So, again, this is what we're going to start looking at and start really understanding in greater detail. We're also going to continue to introduce and really start to understand the concept of epigenetics as well, where outside influences can also affect how genes are expressed, and that those traits also get passed on. So the epigenetic traits can also be inherited. And how?